Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you may be. Welcome to another Microsoft screencast on Windows 7. My name is Keith Combs, and I'll be your host for the next few minutes as we take a look at another feature that I really like in Windows 7. This particular one is called Problem Steps Recorder, also known as PSR. This is a great little app. This is going to help users and help desk personnel because it's a good application for gathering information on a problem that a user might be seeing. So let's say you're a user and you're either using the operating system and seeing an issue, or maybe you're running an application and you're seeing an issue. How do you convey all of that information? Well, this is a great application for doing that because it gathers a lot of those steps. So let me show you what I mean. So let's do a demonstration of that. First thing, let's go ahead and bring up the application itself. So if I type in the string problem steps, you'll notice that we can see record steps to reproduce a problem. So there's a little task that we can see there. Or we can back up and we can just type in the application name itself, which is psr.exe. So problem steps recorder, psr.exe. Then we can hit enter and you can see it's running already. It's not actually recording anything, so we have to hit the record button. So let's do that. So let's go ahead and start recording. Then I'm going to run an application that's going to give us a problem. So we can see here on my start menu, I've got a little application here called Stock Viewer. Now that application runs just fine on Windows XP, but it's having some challenges running here on Windows 7. So let's start the recording. I'm going to go ahead and start that. It's telling us, hey, you've got something else running as administrator right now. It's just complaining about the Camtasia recorder I have recording behind the scenes, so don't worry about that. So let's run this stock viewer application and we'll see that it's going to give us a little nastygram here. First of all, we see, oh, you must be an administrator to run this application, which of course you typically are when you're running on Windows XP. So let's click OK. And let's just assume for the sake of argument at this point, we've done some stuff in the application. We go to save some of our preference. We click the Save Preferences button, and sure enough, we hit this sort of unhandled exception inside the application. So we click Continue, and then maybe we exit the application. At this point, we've kind of demonstrated what the problem is for the help desk personnel that we're talking to, and we can click Stop Record. All right. Once we click Stop Record, it's going to prompt us for a location to store a zip file that has this information that it's recorded. So let's call this zip file Stock Viewer error, something like that. Click Save. It takes that information, it stuffs it all inside of a zip file, and then puts that here on our desktop for us here. And at this point, we could email this to the person that's helping us on the other end of the phone. Now, when they get the zip file and start looking at it, they can open it up, and you can see that we've got it all stuffed in a nice little HTML document. And when we look at that HTML document, you can see there's a wide array of information in it. So you can see the click steps we just went through. You can see exactly where they went to go run the application. You can see the errors that that user saw. You can see here that they went into the application itself, hit the options area, click the Save Preferences button. We've got a little screenshot there with the unhandled exception. And then down here at the bottom, you can see all of that information all gathered up in additional details. So this is a great way to capture information related to problems and issues that users are having, and it does a really good job of, like I said, gathering that information up, creating some screenshots, and showing a help desk person exactly what's taking place. It really kind of solves the communication problem that is typically there between somebody that's trying to triage the problem on the help desk and then the user that's frustrated with being on the phone. This is going to save time, I think, on both ends, and I think this is going to lend to a much nicer experience when it comes to troubleshooting problems. So hopefully you like that. This is a great new feature in Windows 7, and this is Keith Combs once again thanking you for watching this screencast. We'll see you again on another screencast very soon.